territory of intense contrasts and profound silences, a setting where time has sculpted landscapes that defy logic, and nature has asserted itself with raw and majestic beauty. Here, the desert is not empty. It is a stage where ancient cacti touch the sky. The sun, merciless and sacred, bathes canyons, mountains, and valleys with a golden light that seems to come from another world. From the red formations of Sedona to the starry skies of the Sonoran Desert, from the profound silence of forgotten trails to the pulsating force of the Colorado River, this is an invitation to rediscover Arizona. A place where the past echoes in the stones and the present pulsates in the simplicity of life. Where every shadow hides a story and every sunrise reveals a new miracle of nature. Welcome to Arizona. More than a state, a spirit, wonders sculpted by time. Arizona wasn't just shaped by nature, it was sculpted with millennia of patience, like a living work of art, where every stone, every valley, every curve holds the silence of the ages. In this untamed land, geography is not just landscape, it is a character. To the north rises one of the most emblematic wonders of the planet, the Grand Canyon, a colossal abyss that doesn't shout, but whispers grandeur. The Colorado River, like a tireless sculptor, carved this gorge into the earth over millions of years. Here, the colors of the rocks tell stories that go beyond human history, shades of fire and shadow that change with the passing of the sun. Not far away, Horseshoe Bend traces a mesmerizing loop in the course of the same river, a perfect curve, as if nature had signed its creation with silent elegance. To the west, deep within the undulating sandstone walls, lies Montelope Canyon, a temple of light and stone where the sun descends in golden beams, painting the sand with shades ranging from orange to purple. To the south, the reddish formations of Sedona rise like desert cathedrals. They change color as the day progresses, from vibrant red to the soft pink of twilight. Mystics say there are energy vortices here. But even for the most skeptical, there is something inexplicable about this place. A peace that cannot be translated, only felt. Further north, hidden among undulating rocks that defy logic, lies the wave, a natural sculpture so surreal it seems straight out of a dream. Waves of stone that bend like silk in hypnotic patterns that defy reason and celebrate nature's controlled chaos. And then there's Monument Valley, an icon of the Wild West, where stone towers stand like solitary sentinels. Each monolith is a monument to time, a natural obelisk that has withstood the wind, the rain, and oblivion. These places are not just postcards, they are natural temples where silence speaks louder than any word. In Arizona, nature is alive not only in what we see, but in what we feel. Every curve, every canyon, every stone tells a story. And many of these stories have not yet been told aloud, only whispered by the wind that never ceases to blow. Desert cities. In the heart of a dry and scorching land, where the sun punishes the soil and time seems to slip through your fingers like sand, human oases emerge. Cities that defy the desert, withstand the heat, and flourish with soul. Arizona is a land of contrasts, and this is revealed more than ever in its cities. Phoenix, the capital, is an urban miracle born from the dust. A modern metropolis surrounded by dry mountains where glass skyscrapers reflect the immense blue desert sky. Here, life pulsates under a scorching heat. Wide streets house cafes, art galleries, and open-air markets that celebrate the flavor of the Southwest. But beneath this vibrant urbanity, one can still hear the echo of the first peoples and the colonizers. Phoenix is both new and old, like the desert itself, reborn with each dawn, burning with each sunset. To the south lies Tucson, with its more serene and profound soul. Nestled among saguaro cacti and rust-colored mountains, the city breathes culture and contemplation. Universities, museums, poetry on the walls, but also silence. Tucson is made of ancient stories, of the indigenous peoples who lived there long before the arrival of Europeans. And it is also a city of resistance. Resistance to time, to the desert, and to the transformations that insist on erasing the past. Further north, nestled between desolate plains and hidden forests, lies Flagstaff. There, the heat of the respite prevails, and the pine trees sway in the cool mountain wind. Flagstaff is the starting point for those seeking the Grand Canyon, but it is also a destination in itself, a city with a university soul, people walking around, verses on street corners, and a night sky that reveals a profusion of stars. There is also Jerome, nestled on the mountainside, a ghost town that has been resurrected as an artist's village. From the top of its steep streets, we can see the valley open up like an ancient book. There, among galleries, ruins, and bars with views, the present and the past dance together under the same orange sky. These cities are more than just points of civilization in the desert. They are expressions of human tenacity, of the capacity to dream even when the ground is arid. These are testaments to the fact that life flourishes even where the heat is merciless, and that the desert, however hostile it may seem, still welcomes those who respect it. Water, a miracle in dry lands. In a place where the earth cracks with thirst and the air dances with the heat, finding water is almost a miracle. But Arizona, in its complexity, holds hidden rivers, vast lakes, and water fissures that defy the logic of the desert. Here, water doesn't flow freely. It resists, it persists, and for that reason, each drop seems sacred. At the heart of this miracle is the Colorado River, the silent sculptor of titanic landscapes. It winds its way through arid plateaus, carving chasms that defy comprehension. It was this that carved the Grand Canyon, layer by layer, over millions of years. Further south, amidst the rocks and heat, emerges Lake Powell. With its flooded canyons, it's like a liquid labyrinth where boats glide between red walls. It's a place where the desert plunges into the water and where the light creates impossible reflections. For the ancient native peoples, these waters concealed spirits. For today's visitors, they conceal a rare kind of peace. In the deep desert, where the ground cracks under the midday heat and the wind carries centuries of dust, something unexpected happens. Water falls, and not timidly, but forcefully, purposefully, with a roar that echoes through the canyon walls like thunder from the heart of the earth. In Arizona, great waterfalls are not common. They are rare jewels hidden between stone walls, protected by ancestral communities and shaped by geological forces that defy human understanding. Arizona is a land of extremes, but between extremes, miracles arise. And no miracle is more unexpected than the water that persists in the desert. It doesn't dominate, it doesn't flood, it doesn't spread. It emerges where it's least expected and transforms everything around it. Here, the rivers are sculptors, the lakes are mirrors, the waterfalls are blessings. And the presence of water is more than a resource. It symbolizes life, persistence, and a kind of beauty that only reveals itself to those who have eyes to see and a thirst to feel. The challenges of the climate. Arizona is a land where the sky seems to burn, where the sun not only illuminates, but also ignites, and where time often seems suspended between extremes, scorching heat, sudden storms, and bone-chilling nights. To live here is, above all, an act of resistance. During the summer months, the desert reaches temperatures that challenge the human body. 50 degrees Celsius is not uncommon. The air dries the lungs, the ground heats up like embers, and every bit of shade becomes a precious refuge. It is a land where cacti have learned to survive with almost nothing, and so have the men and women who live here. And in winter, the climate changes, but it doesn't soften. The higher altitudes receive thick, icy snow. The cold cuts, freezes, and isolates. It's the other face of Arizona, equally relentless. Here, the weather is not just a backdrop. It is a protagonist. It shapes the architecture, the customs, the way of life. It teaches humility. It teaches prudence. And those who dare to call Arizona home learn to respect its strength and adapt with ancestral wisdom. Because in Arizona, The true miracle lies not only in its beauty, it's all about survival. And so ends our journey through the arid and fascinating lands of Arizona. This North American state, even under the most scorching sun, harbors landscapes that defy logic and touch the soul. If you've made it this far, we want to know about you and where in the world you're watching us from. Leave a comment below. We love to see how far our journey takes us. And if this video touched your heart, subscribe to the channel. We have so many more landscapes, stories, and wonders to discover together. Ring the bell because the next adventure could begin at any moment. By the way, we'd like to hear it from you. Which place in the world would you like to visit? We will take you there in our next adventure. Until then, keep exploring. See you soon.